With Cambridge Veritas, again, it's a reputed institution, and I was very happy to be able to get into it. My thing was my confidence level had a drastic change from the day prior to the training to the day of the training. And you would think that the confidence change went high, like, oh, I'm more confident now. Nope. Confidence dropped so hard, I was humbled. I realized I actually don't speak as good as I thought I did. And there were so many words that I had MTI in. I was struggling with quite a few monophthongs, and especially the R sound. Instead of saying cup, I say cup. And I didn't realize that, thinking it's all right, and came in here, everything changed. I was extremely nervous when I started off because new people, and will I be comfortable enough to be able to talk? But I was extremely excited to improve my communication skills, to get better, and raise in my career. But you, Krish, and Samantha, you guys made me feel so comfortable that I was able to completely let myself be me and learn properly. And the interactive sessions were so engaging, so amazing that I, being me, is hard, right? I have the attention span of a fly, but for some reason, you tend to keep people engaged so much that they don't even have time to go for anything else. And yes, that was something that started me off. And when we went through, I don't really want to talk about the theoretical parts or the practical part that we did, the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, everything in it with the monophthongs, diphthongs, consonant sounds. It helped me realize that everything has to be looked at a fundamental level. For example, when we look at the IPA chart, now, me as a person, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, it's just a chart. Why would I have to go through it? It's like the periodic table. We look at it and we're like, no, not doing this. And the IPA chart was like that for me until you actually explained that the monophthongs have to be worked on. And when they get strong, the diphthongs came so easy to me. The consonant sounds helped. I do still have two or three consonant sounds I need to work on, especially the TH sounds. But it made me feel more confident when I'm talking, right? So I now, at the end, this is what the conclusion is. At the end of the day, I have come to a point where I'm self aware of any mistakes I make. I'm having a random conversation with a person and I say something wrong. I immediately correct myself. Even though it's stupid, people tend to think, why is this girl speaking the same word twice or thrice? It's random, but it actually helps me at the end of the day because I'm improving myself on a daily basis. There's one thing I do not appreciate, Krish, is that because of you, I go to work and I start randomly mumbling the words I've learned. For example, yesterday I was talking about Azure, I was talking about Legion, and I was just continuously saying to myself, and people were like, huh, okay. So that, but it really helped me. And since day one to now, I have grown a lot. And I can tell that because, all right, I'm self aware. My most enjoyed activities were, first of all, the phonetic transcription passages. Now, it's not because it's okay. It's actually probably because I'm overconfident, and since I'm good at phonetic transcription, it probably stroked my ego a bit. But I loved that a lot. The four words were very challenging. The one with the tic tac toe cross thing, and they were extremely challenging, and it took me a lot of time to actually think and find words that hit the right boxes. I think it made my brain really use itself and the cobwebs got pulled out. But I loved that. And identifying words in a paragraph that have a given sound, that worked a lot for me as well. Because I need a push when there are times I really can't think much and I don't want to. You gave us games which made it easy, but then slowly you up the level. And that push made it challenging. And I was like, okay, let's go for it. I want to get better at this as well. And I actually worked on them. Now I can go on with every single game one by one because I actually really loved everything. So I'm just going to put this line honestly, every single game. I loved it because again, being a front bencher, people think you guys tend to, just look at everything that's being said. That's not how it works. We only listen to things we feel are important, we feel are engaging, and after that, we just tend to, zone out. We look like we're listening. You, Krish, made it so engaging, so interactive that I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, and I was constantly trying to, interact with you to make sure I answer your game questions, your give you any kind of scenario stories, and of course correct you at times. But yes, I loved it. And the PDFs and dashboard, I they were very informative and gave a lot of information on a theoretical level, which gave us techniques of improvement on how to keep your tongue placed, because even when a person is like in front of you and they're trying to show you where your tongue's going to be, it's going to be a little hard to figure out where exactly you're going to keep it, right? So the descriptive pictures actually helped with that a lot, and it was a really good recap of whatever we did in the interactive sessions. But personally, again, I would prefer the material used on the call, because as a trainer, I would actually want material and the way I'm taught, to use it for someone else, to ensure they're as engaged as I am, because there are a lot of people like me in this world, and I want to make sure everyone actually understands what's going on, what is being trained. But yes, I really loved the material on the dashboard. My future plans for updating skills. This PPT point was supposed to be animated, so it was just going to be one line saying, I have it all planned, but it's a secret. However, I really want to continue utilizing the tools offered by Cambridge. You guys have given us AI enhanced tools, which really make a difference in my life, because I, as a person, tend to practice whenever possible, but I don't like practicing it through videos much. I prefer to be corrected when I say things or write things. This really helps me because I get to use the speech analyzer. You guys score me, evaluate and score how I could do better. Writing analyzer, I'm not really good at writing, but this actually helps me understand where I could get better. The photo mode checks my comprehension skills, which are apparently really bad. I'm scoring extremely bad, by the way, Krish, on that. But yes. And yes, everything is really good on this. And I always can go back to the accent enhancer and look at the IPA, refresh myself on it, and everything. I also, okay, so being in a corporate setting, I understand that we need to stay ahead of other people when it comes to communication skills. Because at the end of the day, let's say I'm going to an interview, I am not going to be able to portray my skills, my, let's say, Excel, PowerPoint, or how well I handle a team on an interview. They're going to ask me questions and they're going to hear answers from me. And it's mostly going to be how confident I am in speaking, how I'm presenting myself, and my communication skills, the accent, the voice, the tone of speaking. Only then will I stand out. So, because of this, I want to be updated on everything. And to make sure I'm going to start, looking at more courses to attend to upskill myself as a trainer. Hopefully, I get a more comprehensive one. For like example, I think you said something about TESOL and IELTS. I'm probably going to go for that next. And after that, I would also like to continue listening to podcasts or videos on YouTube that have native English speakers speaking on them, so I can keep updating myself on certain words that I'm having trouble with. And there's this one thing I heard in Grey's Anatomy, the show. It says, see one, do one, teach one. So it's basically you see a surgery, you do a surgery, and then you teach the surgery to the next intern or the next doctor. It's basically passing on the knowledge. And so my last plan would be my last plan would be to start maybe my own blog or maybe a podcast to help other individuals improve their communication. And I'm probably going to use the same material so that I can deliver the training as good as I received, or maybe better. But no offense, Krish. But that's probably it. And thank you so much, Cambridge Veritas and Krish, genuinely for giving me this opportunity to communicate better. and make my life much easier and give me an edge in my life. Thank you so much.